Why Vegeta won't wish for Planet Vegeta back. It amazes me that in 2022, approaching 2023, there are still fans that ask this and want this. Don't believe me, just search it up on Google, Twitter, YouTube comments. You would have to do a lot of research. But there are still people that want Vegeta to wish back for Planet Vegeta. And a lot of this really came back into question when Beerus mentioned years ago in the revival of F arc, that, well, we technically told on Beerus and said, how would Vegeta feel if he knew that it was actually Lord Beerus that ordered Frieza to destroy Planet Vegeta, which I personally like the original reason of Frieza being the sole reason why Planet Vegeta was destroyed, but I think it took away some of the villainous aura of it when you realize that it was Beerus who was simply just acting as a destroyer, and he felt that the Saiyans could legitimately be a problem for Universe 7. And now that we know post tournament of power, I guess I should say, how the universes are ranked in regards to their mortal levels and whatever, it makes sense in Beerus's position, and that to me is the only saving grace. Otherwise, I personally would have preferred if it would have stuck with Frieza by himself deciding to destroy Planet Vegeta. But the point is, Vegeta doesn't miss Planet Vegeta, man. He doesn't talk about Planet Vegeta. Now, I'm not saying that if he found out that Beerus was the one responsible for it, he would be, possibly ticked off. But let's be honest. With how much development Vegeta has done as a character, in Dragon Ball Super as a whole, from the very beginning of Battle of Gods to where we are now, do you honestly think he would be so mad about that to the point where he would want to fight and possibly destroy Lord Beerus? I think Vegeta is much smarter, for one. He's much more understanding of what's really important in the grand scheme of things, too. I don't think he would lose his head like that. Everybody thinks that, because he snapped about Bulma getting smacked, literally his wife getting hit, that's going to equivalent to him having the same reaction when he figures out that his planet was destroyed. I'd find it very odd if Toriyama decided he wanted to bring that back and make that a thing. And again, that also feels like a waste of time because we do have a planet of Saiyans that I think we will eventually visit in Dragon Ball Super's return in the anime, and that is Planet Sadala in Universe 6. We know they're going to go there someday. We don't know how long it's going to take for us to get there, but we know eventually that is going to happen because they've put a lot of time and a lot of effort, and they've given the Universe 6 Saiyans a lot of screen time. I highly doubt with Season 2 they're going to take them off and we'll only see them once and that's about it. I highly doubt that. So I just don't think there's any good enough reason for why Vegeta would want to wish Planet Vegeta back. I mean, even when it was destroyed as he was a child, he didn't really have any empathy for his fellow Saiyan warriors, at least at that point. He didn't care that the planet was destroyed. He figured everybody on the planet, for the most part, was weak anyways. Now, he still obviously has a very close, relation and connection with his warrior race, no doubt. That pride is always going to be intact with Vegeta to an extent, but it's a different type of pride. It's not like, the destroyer of my universe destroyed my planet, now I'm going to destroy him. I don't think that fits who Vegeta's character is now. I think that would make more sense maybe shortly after his Majin Vegeta days, or right up till Battle of Gods. Maybe that would make more sense, but Vegeta has done so much progressive development as a character in Dragon Ball, just in regards to where his heart and now his intentions are. I just don't think he would allow something like that to set him off the charts, especially when he's never showed any real remorse or care about Planet Vegeta to that extent in the first place. I really don't think that's the case. And obviously, we have seen him get his revenge, obviously, on Frieza. And you got to keep in mind, Vegeta hates Frieza. Like, Frieza, the reason why Vegeta even showed any sort of anger about Frieza, about any actions he's done, is because Frieza literally treated him like crap. He's hated Frieza for a very long time. He doesn't trust Frieza whatsoever. Like, he genuinely has a very distasteful view and opinion towards Frieza. Obviously way more than Goku. So that's different. Like, he actually has raw emotions where he doesn't like who Frieza is as a being at all. He doesn't feel that way about Lord Beerus. He respects Lord Beerus. He only snapped on Beerus because the dude literally smacked his wife. Like, any man would go crazy about that. Outside of that, Vegeta respects Lord Beerus, and I don't think he would want to do anything to jeopardize that relationship, and the fact that obviously he's the allowed to train on Lord Beerus's planet, which is helping him get stronger along with Goku. Vegeta is much more smarter than he's been ever, I think, in his character's existence. And I think there are still some people wanting him to kind of be like that old, like Majin Vegeta version of his character, but he's been long gone since that point. And if anything, now that he's much more controlled and much more relaxed, he's able to actually harness even more energy and even more power now in his current state, because he can actually control it, and he's able to then control his rage and how much rage he's going to output in order to defeat the fighters that he's been able to defeat and go to toe to toe with. Vegeta is a much more developed, much more matured fighter, and it's made him one of the most dangerous mortals in all the Dragon Ball multiverse. So it makes me scratch my head when I see people say these things, that they essentially want his character to go backwards. It's like, so you complain about him not being strong or him being shafted, but then you want him to go backwards to a point where he wasn't as strong as he is now. You know what I mean? It doesn't really make any sense. So that, I think, is several of the reasons why Vegeta won't wish for Planet Vegeta back. He has no interest. He never cared about it to that extent. He had no remorse again, even when he was a child, about it, and he's made no sorts of claims, remarks, anything about wanting to wish for it back. If anything, he's much more looking forward to going to Universe 6 and visiting their planet Sadala, to see how that planet is, especially since that's the real roots of, where Planet Vegeta came from. He wants to see that. He's not going to wish for Planet Vegeta to come back. And especially seeing that the Universe 6 Saiyans have a completely different evolution than the Universe 7 Saiyans, I think Vegeta's very curious about that. He already knows everything there essentially is to know about Universe 7 Saiyans. I'm pretty sure as a Saiyan warrior prince, and who would actually be today's king, he wants to know about his counterparts, his universe's counterpart, and their Saiyans and how they've evolved and what their structure is on planet Sadala. So I hope that makes sense. I don't think I left out too many important details that I think matter when it comes to still the same question in 2022. It blows my mind, but hey, is what it is. If you guys are new, make sure to subscribe here to the channel for weekly Dragon Ball discussion content, and most importantly, smash the like button. It does help out a lot. Get this video out to more Dragon Ball fans so we can have more of these type of discussions, and obviously any ideas you guys have that you would like for me to discuss, make sure to leave that in the comment section below. I will feature that in a video, and I'll most importantly feature you and shout you out for that topic suggestion. So I believe that's all the time I have for you guys today, but I will see you all later. Goodbye.